graphing these isn't too bad. I'm going to be using the parent function y equals 3 to the x first. Because honestly, finding the parent function's points aren't horribly terrible awful. Alright, so just making a t-chart real quick just to kind of show how I'm going to get this started. Alright, you can start with any number you like. A lot of us like to start with 1 because, well, 3 to the first is just 3. 3 squared is just 9, and then 3 to the third would be 27. Alright, and then I plug in 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Alright, and then all of a sudden we get to 3 to the negative 1, and we're like, oh crap, what does that do? Well, exponent rules just tell me that that should be 1 over 3 to the first. Yay, exponent rules from Algebra 1. Alright, so that's just going to end up being 1/3. Same idea with 3 to the negative 2. It's just going to flip over and be 1 over 3 to the positive 2, which is just 1/9. And then 3 to the negative 3 is going to be the same idea. It's just going to be 1 over 3 to the third, which is going to be 1 over 27. And that's it, that's all. Alright, but we're not just graphing that parent function, are we? No, ma'am. So, what we've also got to take into account is I've got this negative 1/3 here. That is going to affect some stuff. So we definitely know it's going to affect our numbers. Let's kind of see how it affects our graph too. Kind of already spoiled it, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and graph those points from the parent function though. I'm going to mark them with X's just to say, hey, I'm not quite done with this graph. Alright, so I've got all of those marked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to multiply all of those y values by negative 1/3. So I'm going to put that in red. Alright, so multiplying that 1/27 by negative 1/3. Alright, so in red, multiply that by negative 1/3. I should get negative 1/81. Multiplying that by y value by negative 1/3, I should get negative 1 over negative 27. Multiplying 1/3 by negative 1/3, I should get negative 1/9. Multiplying 1 by negative 1/3, I should get just negative 1/3. Multiplying 3 by negative 1/3, I should just get negative 2/3. And then finally multiplying 9 by 1/3, I should get negative 9 over 3, which is just negative 3. And then finally 27 times negative 1/3, I should get negative 27 over 3. It should just yield negative 9. Alright. So graphing those, I should still have now negative 3, negative, yeah, it's really gross fraction, negative 2, negative 1/27. I don't know why it looks like I've got 2 negatives sitting there. Didn't mean to do that. Should have negative 1, negative 1/9, negative 0, negative 1/3. So those out of order. 1, negative 2/3, 2, negative 3, and then finally 3, negative 9. Alright, so now I can actually connect those dots, and I'm just about done. So hopefully we saw that those fractions get smaller and smaller and smaller, but 1 over something is never actually going to be 0, but it's going to be getting closer and closer to 0, hence why that asymptote is going to stay at y equals 0. All right. Next one. Okay.